So tell us, you're an experienced screenwriter, of course, and now you're the director for this film. Tell us a little bit about how that experience actually helped you become a director for this film.
Well, I mean, I've been writing for 17 years, so at a certain point you start to think whether you should do that for 17 more years or you should try something new. But no, at the end of the day, I think that screenwriting is very much creating the film. If you have the full screenplay and the full story and the narrative and all of that, and you're able to explain that, then you're kind of good to go to be on set.
Mm-hmm. And how did this film come about, and what inspired this story?
Well, I actually wrote the screenplay when I was in Los Angeles. I was living there and pursuing work there, and it came out of a longing, missing Copenhagen, the endless summers of Copenhagen. So I had this sense of melancholy, and I just sort of started writing about those summers, and eventually this story came up.
Nice. Yeah. And tell us a little bit about the casting process, and for both of your main characters in the film. There must have been they had total chemistry in the film, of course, and tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, that was a big part of it, that they should have chemistry. Most of my casting actually took place in the waiting room for the actual casting sessions, because I wanted to look at these young actors, aspiring actors, to whether they liked each other or not, and how was the chemistry. I wanted the group of friends to be real friends and not just four individual great actors. I wanted the ensemble and the chemistry of the ensemble to work just as well as the individual actors. So that was a big part of the casting process, and trying out different people against each other. So yeah, we're very thorough about that. I think the film is very much its characters and the emotions of the characters. So that was a vital part of the process.
Mm-hmm. Tell us what were maybe some of the challenges that you had with the production of this film?
Well, being a first-time director, you have to talk all the time. Yeah. I mean, I'm a screenwriter normally, and I'm an introvert guy, so I'm not used to cracking the problems in the moment. I can have a coffee and eat a muffin and then go back to the keyboard, and it's like every time you say cut, 30 people look at you and they expect you to be clever and make work progress. Right. And but it was fun. I mean, I think that was a big challenge for me, but you learn so much from it. And after a couple of days, I was having so much fun doing it.
Nice. So the film really comments on young adults going through a lot of changes, a lot of pressure. School, and of course, just friendship and substance abuse, and so can you comment on because that's one of the dominant focuses of this film. Can you comment a little bit more about that?
Yeah, I think that, as you say, those are all big themes in our lives, and I think it's a very thematically driven story. I think that I was sort of writing on the themes, very much on the theme of freedom, that when we're young we have this absence of responsibility. Absolutely. That defines our freedom, and at a certain point, that when you've done that for a number of times or had all those summers, it becomes more of a hollow thing, and it catches up upon you, and you need to define who you are and find your identity in order to maybe. There's another way of feeling free. We say that the truth sets you free, or the love sets you free, and I think I wanted to explore those two definitions of freedom against each other, and make that the character journey, and describe that through the friendship and through the summer and just everything that they experience, really.
And how does it feel to be here at the Toronto International Film Festival, and having your film to be actually selected, of course?
I mean, it's a great honor, of course. It's something that we never really thought would happen. It's such a small Copenhagen-based indie movie, so to have it translate and resonate with an international audience, that's just something that we are really in awe, are hugely grateful for. We're having we're enjoying ourselves over here.
Right.
Thanks.
And what should viewers expect when they come see your film?
Well, they should expect something quite different that I'm known for as a screenwriter first and foremost, because this is a film that has little narrative in the sense of an outer plot, and I think that it's a very intimate, emotional journey that's close to the character and close to the feel and atmosphere of being at this certain age and place in the summer of Copenhagen and seeking out who you are. And I wanted to just resonate emotionally and have people leave the cinema and feel that they long for that time in their lives.
Yes.
Hope. Who knows?
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Have a good day.